A folk singer hadn't been on network TV in 17 years. Not because he couldn't sing, because he refused to name his friends to Congress. 1955. Pete Seeger stood before the House Un-American Activities Committee. They wanted names. Who attended the meetings? Who read the wrong books? He refused. Convicted of contempt of Congress, blacklisted overnight. For 17 years, he played summer camps and union halls. No cameras, no networks, just a banjo and an audience brave enough to show up. Then two comedians changed everything. Tom and Dick Smothers had the #1 show on CBS. They wanted Pete Seeger. CBS said absolutely not. Too political, too dangerous, too much. But the show was a hit. The brothers had leverage. CBS finally cracked. With one condition: no controversial songs. That condition was doomed from the start. September 1967. Seeger walked into the studio. He sang Waist Deep in the Big Muddy, a World War II soldier, a Louisiana river, a captain who wouldn't turn back. The big fool says to push on. Everyone in the room knew who the big fool was. CBS had already taken heat from President Johnson over the show. They weren't risking it again. They cut the song entirely. America never heard it. Tom Smothers erupted. He went straight to the press. The story of CBS's censorship ran in newspapers across the country. Public outcry followed. Vietnam was becoming more unpopular by the day. Censoring a folk singer for questioning it looked cowardly. CBS backed down. February 25, 1968. Pete Seeger stood on that stage again. Tom Smothers had already leaked the news to the New York Times. 13.5 million households were watching. He sang every verse, including the one about the big fool saying to push on. 2 days later, Walter Cronkite, the most trusted man in America, looked into the camera. We are mired in stalemate. The tide was shifting, and Pete Seeger had helped turn it. The Smothers Brothers lost their show in 1969, canceled despite great ratings, too honest, too loud, too willing to let artists speak. But Pete Seeger performed for 4 more decades, civil rights marches, environmental protests, peace rallies, until his death at 94. The Smothers Brothers didn't have to fight for him. They had a hit show. They were making money. They chose differently. They used their platform to make sure one blacklisted folk singer got to finish his song.